Okay, this is for extra credit, week 5. The first problem that you have is kind of a tricky one. It starts off where you got to fill this table in, and what we got going on here is you can kind of see the pattern following here. This is going to be 0, and as you look this way, you really don't see much happening, and there's a reason. It's because this can be any number at all. So your answer here is any number. Okay, certainly a challenging one at that, but nevertheless a good one. And if you see one like that on an M-STEP or on a NWEA test, that would be something to look for. Okay, you got another one where you got to convert. Remember, there are 3 feet and 1 yard. 3 feet and 1 yard. You have an area one. The area is given. Okay, the width is given. You got to find the length. All right, so it's just a matter of dividing 23 into 69, and you'll have your length. The tree diagram, okay, that's the last problem on the Monday column. If you go to extra credit week 4, I do a tree diagram on that one because that is a rather lengthy setup, so just go back and watch that. Okay, you have one where you got to substitute -4 in for a variable. Okay, you put it in here and you put it in here. Remember, this is -4 times -4 times -4. You know, a negative times a negative is a positive, and a positive times a negative is a negative. So that should help you there. A positive times a negative, that's going to be negative here as well. And you got some addition to do at the end. 100 centimeters in a meter. We have a problem dealing with that. Faces. Remember, faces, if I grab the Kleenex box, these are the faces of the Kleenex box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, you don't have a rectangular prism, but those are faces. Okay, here we have a situation one where a student wants to get a 90% in the class. They've taken 4 tests so far, so you've got to add these up. That would be their total after 4 tests. If they want to have a 90% and they got 1 more test to take, 90 times 5 is 450. They got to get 450 total points to have at least a 90 in the class. So add these up and subtract this number from 450, and you will have what that student needs to score in order to get a 90%. Okay, here is a situation where we have a single step algebra problem. The way we do this is we get rid of our 7, which 7 is being multiplied by p, so we divide both sides by 7 to get rid of the 7. This is called isolating the variable, so p equals 105 divided by 7 will give you your answer here. Okay, you have one with, pick out the obtuse angles. Obtuse is greater than 90 degrees. Okay. Here is one with a car that they've traveled 366 miles. They're 40 miles to empty. Okay, so that means that they will be able to travel 406 miles, and it's on 14 gallons of gas because the gas tank holds 14 gallons. So 14 divided into 406 will give you how many miles per gallon that car is getting. Okay, you have a probability one, and it's kind of an interesting one. It's a spinner, and it's a probability of getting a 7. But if you notice, there's no 7 on the spinner. So that's an impossible event, so the probability is 0. Okay, so good problem. Okay, and you have one where you got to put an exponent in. All right, this is 10 million, so we count up our zeros. We have 7 zeros, that's what has to go here, 10 to the 7. A triangle problem where you got to find the area of the triangle. We haven't had one of these yet. Okay, so base of the triangle is 20, the height of the triangle is 12, and we divide by 2. This is the formula. You can also do 1/2 base times height, which is the same formula. I like this formula better. I think it's a little easier to work with. So 20 times 12, which is 240, okay, and then 240 divided by 2 will give you your area. You have another one where it's a probability one, and it's a dice, a single, they call it a die. So it's a regular dice, and you're rolling it, and not landing on a 2 or a 3. Well, there's 4 other numbers on the dice. Okay, there's the 1, the 4, the 5, and the 6. So your probability of not getting a 2 or a 3 is 4 numbers out of 6 total, which would reduce to 2/3. So your answer for that particular problem would be 2/3. I hope this helped. Good luck.